Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Matchday Prediction Game Week 10. Now we're going to be running through all the games that we have for this week. If you're a Manchester United fan, Chelsea fan, Arsenal fan, Liverpool fan, Manchester City, Tottenham, just stick around, right? I'm going to be giving you guys the prediction of these games. Trust me, I know the outcome of these games. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing this channel, make sure to like, comment. Do not forget to subscribe, right? So I'm not going to waste the time. Basically, let's just chat together as friends. In this channel, we are guys. Maybe one of these days I will bring one or two of you to the studio. Let's talk together and all those kind of stuff. But then the first game of the week is Crystal Palace versus Brentford. Now, this game is going to be a crazy game. I think when you check the table, Crystal Palace they are in 10th and Brentford they're in 11th, right? In their last 5 games, Crystal Palace have won just two. What? I thought those guys were winning every week. Crystal Palace have won just two. They lost two and they drew one, right? Then from Brentford, they've won 3 games and they lost 2 games, right? So it's more or less like teams of the same pedigree. So if you want to look at this game, if you really want to predict this game, you are likely to predict a draw. Now, Crystal Palace defeated Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, which is a disgraceful thing, right? But we'll come to that later when we're talking about Liverpool. But for now, this game between Crystal Palace versus Brentford, I think it's going to be a draw. It's going to be like a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw, right? So let me not waste your time. Let's jump right into the next prediction. The next game is Burnley versus Arsenal. Burnley versus Arsenal. Now let's even check Arsenal. Where's obviously Arsenal is first in the table. Where's Burnley in the table? Burnley they are 16th, and they won their last 2 games. Really really tough. Arsenal they just drew one games in. They've just drawn 1 game in 5. So a lot of persons will want to see this as a very easy prediction, just tip Arsenal to win this game. But I feel it's going to be a very, very tight game. I don't see the goal margin being very big, right? I feel it's going to be a tight margin, just the way Arsenal got a goal against Crystal Palace, courtesy of Eze, in the Premier League. I think it's going to be the same. I think it's going to be similar. Arsenal is just going to win this by a 1 goal difference, like a 1-0 or a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Because at this point in time, I don't think Arsenal are bothered about scoring so many goals. I think they just want to get the 3 points, and that's the most important thing for them. So, this game between Burnley versus Arsenal, and it's an away game, so it's definitely going to be very difficult, And Burnley, they are also good defensively. For the next game, we have Fulham versus Wolves. Now, Fulham versus Wolves, where's Fulham in the table? I don't think they've been doing well recently. I said it's 17. Where he will be there? Where Chukwueze? Now they play Chukwueze. Then where's Wolves? Wolves is 20. Who is at home? Let me check who is at home. Fulham Wolves. Fulham is home. I think it's going to be a straight win for Fulham. It's going to be like a 3-1 win for Fulham. I don't see although Wolves played against Chelsea and they did well, they scored 3 goals, but Chelsea is dumb, so I see Fulham winning this one 3-1. Then we have the next game still tomorrow, Brighton versus Leeds. Brighton, they've been doing so well, beating teams like Chelsea and Manchester City. Definitely you would tip them to win this game, but I just feel it's going to be like a 2-1 win for Brighton, and I'm leaving the big games for the ending, But let me go to West Ham versus Newcastle. West Ham versus Newcastle. Newcastle, they are doing so well. I'm really impressed. They defeated Tottenham in the Carabao Cup, and I feel they are still going to come out tops in this game. I see Newcastle winning this one 2-1 as well. Then we have Sunderland versus Everton. Sunderland doing a very good job against Chelsea, but I think at this time around, Everton will be so strong against them, and I feel Everton is going to win this one 3-1. Now let's get to the big boys, so I don't miss anyone. Let's get to the big boys. Let's start from Chelsea versus Tottenham. Chelsea away to Tottenham is a crazy game. Why? It's going to be a tight game. Normally this game always have high scoring. Like it's either a 2-1, not even 2-1. It's either a 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 4-4, and those kind of score lines. So this game is really tough to predict. But I'm going to predict a draw. I predict Chelsea to draw this game. I don't see them winning Tottenham at home because Tottenham is also a very, very strong side with the likes of Kudos, right? So I don't see Chelsea winning this game. Then the next one is Manchester City Bournemouth. straight win for Manchester City. I don't think, but not like that kind of like straight win, like easy straight win. It's going to be like a 2-1 or a 1-0 kind of win because Bournemouth is a very, very strong side. But then they are playing Manchester City at home. So I think it's going to be a very difficult game for them. Then the next one is Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Let me check something, guys. Let me check where Aston Villa are on the table. I think they are 8, and Liverpool is 7. And Liverpool has lost. They've lost 4 games in the last 5. Aston Villa have won 4 games in the last 5. This is a crazy, crazy prediction. Oh, more. Personally, for me, I don't even know what to say about this game because you cannot trust Liverpool. First of all, they are Crystal Palace wife. Liverpool are Crystal Palace wife. Now, coming into this game, you would want to think that normally the way it's supposed to be, Liverpool's supposed to win this match. But then, with their recent form, really, really poor, Slot not knowing what he's doing, has all these big players and expensive players, and he does not know what to do with them. So it's really difficult to predict Liverpool to win a game of football right now. But then, I think against Aston Villa, they should win. If at this point Liverpool don't win this match, then they should just sack Slot. They should just sack him. There's no excuse. You cannot be talking about Liverpool and you're talking about a manager losing 6 games out of 7 now, 7 games out of 8, and you people are still talking about leaving the manager there. No, even Nottingham Forest, not to talk of a club like Liverpool. So I'm going to predict a win for Liverpool. I'm going to predict like a 2-1 win for Liverpool. I think they are going to come out tops. I think the old boys now they will be hyped up. They will be like, come on. We are going down. We need to do something, right? Now, the last one for the week is Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United. This game is supposed to be a very difficult game, but I think with the kind of form Manchester United are in right now, they are definitely going to do something in this game with the likes of Cunha and Buemo. Buemo was firing against Brighton. Bruno Fernandes is doing his bit as well. And Sesko, the likes. I think personally for me, Manchester United is going to come up tops in this game. It's still going to be a very, very tight game. It's going to be like a 2-1 win for Manchester United type of game. Let me even check where Nottingham Forest are on the table. Let me check where they are. Nottingham Forest, they are 18th and Manchester United is in 6th. Equal points. They are equal points with Manchester City. This is incredible. And they are above Liverpool. Manchester United can be a threat this season because definitely they are not in Europe. They are not in the Europa Conference and the likes, So they are definitely going to be able to do something here in the Premier League. So I expect Arsenal Manchester United to finish within like 3rd, 4th, and even go as far as to win the league, because we can't tell, But then their game against Nottingham Forest, I think it's going to be a straight win for Manchester United. They are going to win in this one 2-0 because Lamens is in the post. I think Lamens is a wonderful goalkeeper, although they've not tested him as much. Well, he has done, a lot of things for us to say that this guy is comfortable. He's better than when Onana was there. You have this doubt when Onana is there. Not that Onana is a terrible or a bad goalkeeper, but then there's this doubt with Onana. But then now Manchester United having a goalkeeper like Lamens, I think it's going to be a comfortable win, 2-0 win for Manchester United. So guys, that's my game week 10 prediction. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Always make sure to comment. Like I said, we are a community. Let's talk about football. Let's analyze these games. And just make sure to subscribe because I would get some of you to come to the studio to talk with me. We'll talk about football and, we enjoy ourselves basically. And like I said, I'm going to be, when this channel gets to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be picking out 1 or 2 subscribers to just, give something to. Thanks. Peace.